Today we are at St. Xavier High School and we are talking all things beekeeping. I'm so excited. This is my first time learning all about this, and we are joined here by Meg, who not only helped start this program, but she's also a biology teacher, and she also is one of the founders of the Environmental Action Club. Meg, thank you for having us out here today.
Yes, I'm super excited to have you here.
Let's talk about the last few years, because it sounds like the idea kind of came about in 2019. Tell me about really the inspiration behind that, and then how it has evolved over that time.
My personal passion with students is first getting them outside, and also just promoting biodiversity and getting them involved with helping ecosystems. So with beekeeping, bees are one of the most important pollinators, and honeybees are the particular species we're working with here. But with keeping colonies of honeybees, it's very important to provide habitat for them. If you want them to be successful in making it through winter and building deep honey stores, they need food. So you have to put in plants that bloom in the spring, in the summer, and the fall. The pollinator garden, that was the first step of this project. We were able to install that in June of 2020, masks on, out in the heat.
And can you break down the project a little bit for us?
An important part of this project has been helping students to realize the importance of this specific species and getting to know how fascinating the inner workings of the colonies are. Even just the way we do our beekeeping, we just try to keep it focused on helping the bees succeed, not can we get honey from them. Honeybees have been doing this for millions of years and been very successful. So how can we get to observe that and learn from it and not mess it up?
Students Alex, Sam, and Eco say they've learned more than how to be a beekeeper from this experience.
Well, me personally, I've learned to be a lot more patient and calm in maybe stressful situations, because when you're getting in the hives, sometimes the bees get a little mad at you. So you gotta control yourself.
There's a lot of interesting community dynamics that you get to kind of explore when you're in the hives.
There's a lot of things that I learned at school building over there, but nothing matches up to the hands-on experience that you get when you're just watching and working with bees.
Really learn by doing rather than learn by reading or by exploring in a classroom as you traditionally would.
I got a chance to get suited up with the team to see what this is all about.
So we typically don't use the smoker for its traditional purpose, which would be to actually smoke out the hives. We pretty much use it to mask our scent. So what we'll do is we'll light it, and then we'll just pretty much smoke any exposed areas that we have.
There's a ritualistic and very respectful feel to this craft. You really have to enter this situation with a calm vibe.
We typically start by sitting around the front of the hive or just looking at the front of the hive and kind of observing.
Now, once we were closer to the hives, the top part of the suit added a little extra protection. But the students say staying calm is key.
You grow to figure out the best ways in which you can approach the hives that don't feel aggressive and don't warrant that aggression from the bees as well. Cut this off. Sometimes you'll see little beetles and things scurrying around. Those aren't necessarily bad. A traditional thing, we don't want to disrupt them, so we'll move slowly. We try to work quietly.
The group opens the hives regularly to inspect the colony's progress.
Yeah, so you see some comb being built up here. Yeah, so typically when we first open it up, we'll just like to observe what's happening.
And their observation also teaches them lessons about the community.
They're able to work together so fast to accomplish things whether that's making honey or building honeycomb. Just their teamwork surprised me, honestly.
Box.
Wow, that's
They're
a good
making some additions.
Well, the next one's
Yeah.
really good for them seeing the
That looks completely different.
So yeah, this is all honey up here. Capped honey right there. Typically when we see a lot of eggs and things like that, there's the brood chamber, and that's when we'll like to keep an eye out for the queen.
The team taught me that the queen is bigger and longer than the other bees, but it can be pretty hard to spot her, especially when there are thousands of bees in this colony. But we got lucky, and we got to see the queen bee herself. Now, of course, I had to try some honey too.
You can go pretty far down.
Get some good stuff. Get it.
Oh wow, I did not realize that would be.
Ooh, right there. There it is.
Yeah, the
Yes, yeah, the wax, it's all edible.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
That's so good.
Yes.